the T program's now part of Fulbright, and MSU's been hosting it for, oh, I forgot to do the math, but since 2005, you do the math. That's quite a while, and I thank Janelle and Dee Dee and a number of others in this room who've been very instrumental in bringing you all here and then organizing the programs. And we're excited as Rotarians to be here and to learn more about where you've come from. One of the things we've done in the past is to try to provide some support. And Janelle will be working with you, Janelle and team will be working with you in the next couple weeks before you go to put a little proposal in. And I think you're going to give us a little glimpse about some of the priorities you have at your home institution, at your school where you work. We can't fund everybody, we can't do this at a very high level, but sometimes a little bit makes a difference. What we're hoping is that you're able to connect with the Rotary Club because it facilitates our ability to transfer some funds to help you with your project. So that'll be your homework when you get home, is to look up the local Rotary. So our club here, we are one of 2 clubs in Bozeman. There are 2 clubs. There's another one that meets at noon. We typically meet early in the morning. But we do a lot of things in partnership with them. Holly mentioned that Rotary is Rotary International. I guess it's still up there in great big letters. And as a club here, we work on several different levels, several different dimensions. We've got a lot of service projects that are local and very meaningful to different parts of our community. But because we're in this organization that's international, we've also had projects overseas where we've helped out one cause or another and even partnered with international Rotary clubs. A large number of our membership actually has a fair bit of international experience through their work life, or sometimes it's their travel passion. So it's a great group to work with, and I think if you can find Rotary in your home community, you'll also find a really great group of people. And I like the fact, and Holly kind of touched on this, that there's actually kind of mutual interest or mutual, what you do as teachers. I'm a teacher too, but here at the university. So what we do as teachers impacts lives and changes lives. What we do as Rotarians changes lives. And so we've got that common bond. I think in the interest of moving forward and getting going on the program, I'm going to have Dee Dee come up and get the program started with your presentations. I forgot to take my mic off. Do you want me to say all that again?
Your mic mask. Hello everyone, my name is Deidre Combs. Many of you know me as Dee Dee, which I love means big sister in Hindi. So I get to be the big sister of these amazing fellows from all over the world. We use in the T program at Montana State University the definition for leadership that comes from Margaret Wheatley, who's one of the few recognized women in the field of leadership research. And she says that a leader is anyone who wants to help at this time. Anyone who wants to make this world just a little bit better. And you are all, this is a community of leaders. And so what you're going to hear tonight is the small things that our fellows are doing with great love to make their communities better. These are master teachers. This is one of the most difficult programs in the State Department to get accepted to. So we are sitting with teachers who have displayed great commitment and excellence in their communities. I know, I'm very proud of all of you. So I just want to let you know how much I love the Rotary Club. When I was 14 years old, I was given a weekend leadership camp through the Rotary Club. Fell madly in love with the idea of becoming a Rotary exchange student because it was all run by past Rotary exchange students. So I hate to tell you this, in 1980, before many of you were born, I was a Rotary exchange student to Mexico. And it really started my passion around working with cross-culturally. So know that I stand here because of your commitment to students and exchanges. So very, very appreciative. That is a round of applause for all of you. thank you. And my son was a Rotary Exchange student to Spain as well through this Rotary Club. So again, our family holds you all in great, great gratitude. So tonight what we're going to do is each fellow will be spending no more than 2 minutes telling you a bit about them and the work that they're doing in the world. And they will be staying within 2 minutes. They all know this. And so hopefully you'll get to hear a bit about what they're passionate about and what they will hope to do at home, and hope that that will continue to be a conversation starter and a continued conversation. So without further ado, I want to bring up our first brave speaker, Francois Brou, and away we go. I'm going to encourage you. So we have guests on this computer here from IREC. So if you stay within this general area, they're going to enjoy getting to see this. Good luck.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Francois Brou. I come from Côte d'Ivoire. Okay, these are some of the pictures of my family and the place where I'm living. On the top left, you can see my fiancé and my child of 7 years old. And the black color that you see is the place where I'm working in my country, in the rural area. So, and some pictures of my school and my students and the place where I'm working. Thank you. And my proposal to the Rotary Club is to help build a library in my school. You know, why I chose to build a library, because the community where I'm living is a rural area. Understand? Students, 90% of the students come from a poor family. And we thought the parents cannot afford to buy the students' school materials. So many of them can't read and write, and consequently we have a rate of 40% failure and 20% dropouts. So for me, the best way to change this one, what I call the theory of change, is to help build the library and equip it with computers, books, and let's say projectors, okay, in order to help compensate, the lack of school material for teachers and students. And what is the goal behind this? This is my visions. My vision is to help find resources in coming here to the students and teachers, so that we can curb the rate of failure and let's say dropout in my school, and also give the student to help the student express their full potentials and let's say shape a bright future for themselves. Thank you.
Good job.
Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hansa from Ethiopia, the cradle of all human beings on the planet. I live in the capital city of my country, Addis Ababa, and I am a father of these beautiful 4 children. And I am a volunteer back at home in the capital city. I do some volunteer activities, and I am a teacher. I love teaching very much, more than anything else. I have been teaching English for the last 15 years. And so this is all about me as an introduction. And as we move on, I would like to talk about one of the challenges we have in my country, and I am fighting against it with my colleagues, with my fellow Ethiopians. So if you look at the picture, these are 3 plates, and one of the major problems we have are infants abandoned by their moms after birth. And we help these kids with 3 things. We buy them diapers, we buy them antibiotics, and milk as well. So where do I want to take this? I am trying to put a very big project in a nutshell, in 2 minutes. It's very, very big one. So where do I want to take this? I am the founder of the family. We call the family the Ethiopian Volunteer Family. So I am the father of that family. I work with this gentleman and woman. So Our logo is that the map of my country. In the middle of it, a mother holding her child. So the vision is, I want to see all Ethiopian young people at least, all Ethiopian young people to love volunteerism. So, and address some of the problems we have. So if you want to see more about what we do in my family in this big team, so visit those on YouTube and Facebook page we have, and that's my personal address, my personal email. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later on, I hope.
Hello everyone, my name is Roland, I am from Georgia, and I'm always happy that the name of my country is very famous in the USA because of the state in the country. So Georgia is, but unfortunately the country is not very famous. So in the USA, many students ask me where this country is, and I'll just say a couple of words about my country. It's between Asia and Europe, but we believe that we are mostly European than Asian nation. So this is a village where I work. Unfortunately, because of the urbanization, many people go to cities and it's getting empty, but still the government support to their teachers there, and so I go there from my home city to teach there. We know that the 21st century, the period when technology is very important in this epoch, and so it's the greatest challenge in that village as well. And through the experience that I gained in the school in the USA, so whatever I do, the first is that to persuade people and to have such kind of technological tools in the school. So this is my goal to do when I go back to Georgia, to persuade donor organizations and the Ministry of Education to supply all the schools with new technologies. Thank you very much.
Hello, distinguished audience. I'm very happy to be standing here in front of you tonight. My name is Michelle, and I come from a country in Central America. The name is Guatemala. As you can see there, in that corner, that's my family. I am a mother of 2 teenagers. They are 16 and 17 years old. There's a beautiful picture of my country with a nice volcano, and those are my students. And I am really happy to be a teacher since 15 years ago because I can connect and I can help my students to be the better version of that they could be. Okay? So please, I am very proud to show you my school. It was made as a school since 1957, and it was made to create a school for teachers, for women teachers. So it's very important for me to keep it that way. You see how beautiful it is. And it's an old house that welcomes every day, and it shows the look of the years. Okay? And my students come from low-income families and mostly from the rural areas. So having education and give them hope through education and also to enhance it with technology is one of the things that we try. So, like 5 years ago, Korea gave us 20 computers, as you see there. So we could have a very first computer lab for my students. But we have 400 students. So as you could see, 20 computers are not enough. So today, I want you to ask you to lead me to a partner, to a hand, somebody who can provide us with more computers so we can have another lab for my kids, for my ladies, to overcome everything that my girls go through and to give them more hope through education and technology. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Dairin Catalan. I have a lovely family. I live with my parents, my husband, and my little girl, Emma. I am from Guatemala. I'm really happy to be here. But Guatemala is a small country in Central America, and I live in a rural area that is called Sinaca. In that rural area, there is a small school that this is a non-profit school there, and it provides scholarships to some students that live around the school. But despite the scholarships, my community has many bad situations. Some of them are poverty and illiteracy. Like thinking about those problems, I was like looking for solutions, and since I'm a leader in my community, I was thinking about a big dream. I would like to found an English academy in my country for people, for people in my country and all of the communities. Learn English. Sorry. So that way people can learn English and they can have better opportunities. I'm sorry. That way we can have like better job opportunities and my community can have like sustainable development in the future. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Eliezer Joseph. I am from Haiti. I am a father of a 2-year-old son. I am married. I am a passionate high school language teacher. As you can see right here, this is the school where I teach, and this is the flag of my beautiful country. So I have been teaching language, English and French for almost 8 years now at that high school. And there's a lot that is going on right now in my country regarding education. So my vision is to empower teachers to inspire students. So to do this is two workshops and workshops where teachers and students can have a time, so teachers can learn more about language and about teaching strategies on how to help students be the best of themselves for the future of my community. So this is very exciting project where I believe through quality education we can have a better and a brighter country. Thank you so much.
Namaste, I'm Vivekananda from India. I'm a very fortunate teacher from a very heavy population. I'm here among you. I have been teaching English for the last 26 years. English is taught in India as a third language. And I feel that I'm representing my country with a great hope here. When I visited the local schools, I felt that we are far behind in the technology what we have. Our school is teaching underprivileged, marginalized children. They are a part of the society. I'm having 2 daughters. My wife is a homemaker. I am very fortunate to have a very good city, garden city, Bengaluru. I'm there. But I feel that there are a lot of opportunity to be given to the children of my rural school. My area is very much rich with the vegetation, plantation, coffee beans, and we want to have some supporting hand for the children, those who can improve their more produce to be sent to the other countries. We feel that if the school is given the career for their employment, that will be a great thing. I wish that we have got so many things from US. Recently, Apple and Tesla, they are settling their factory nearby my village. But I wish that after this meeting, if your hands are extended for the children, it will be a great thing. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone. happy to be here in such a great, wonderful club. My name is Asel. I'm from Kazakhstan, which is situated in the Central Asia, and exactly from the city of Kuzbarda, which is situated in the south part of my country. Very sunny, windy, and the beautiful, hot city, because we have a cosmodrome back under, that is why it is windy. And I have a large family. I have 4 kids, which is unusual for this country, and 2 of them my twins. And I work in such a great modern school about 10 years, and while teaching I noticed one thing for common for all the countries, that is teaching special kids. And since 2019 in my country adopted program to the special kids, and the term appeared first in my country. I want to ask some questions for you. Have you ever taught special kids? Yes. Okay. And do you want them to be in the part of our society or be separated? Okay. And the same doing in my country, and I think with the help of my teachers, with the colleagues, we are started new project, English Club for Special Children, and would like to provide them safe, supportive environment, encourage them learn languages, and just let them study fun English, and we'll do our best to reach my goal and give them chance to encourage themselves while learning different kinds of language. Thank you very much.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my passion and love. So, a dozen years ago, there was born a girl, that's me, in the country of Kyrgyzstan, in the country of high mountains, with gorgeous nature, and with people who like hiking, skiing, skating, and so on. So, that girl, one day, she decided to dedicate her life to teaching. And can anybody raise your hands who has a similar history in life? Okay, that's great. It means that we have a lot in common. So these are my students, and they are so talented that I'm proud of them. And in the future, I would like to see them more stronger, more powerful, with high education on the top of mountain. That means success. So, and the most amazing thing that I have found here in the United States, that you have International Dyslexia Association almost in all states. This is really amazing, because 1 of 5 people in my country, especially in my school, have dyslexia. You know what kind of problem is this. So the project that I would like to implement in my country when I return back, so it's create supporting center for children with dyslexia at school. And to suggest my government to create International Dyslexia Association and to be part of, to be a member of your organization. I hope that we will be able to network and to find global strategies, learning strategies for dyslexia. And with our common efforts, I hope, I believe, we can make a difference. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ayjamal Kurbankulova. I am from Kyrgyzstan. My country is situated in Central Asia. I love volunteering. I participate in many eco-friendly activities and teach students from low-income families. And I'm so happy today be here in Bozeman, Montana, because we had a lot of opportunities here. For example, I had an opportunity to visit Bozeman high schools, and there I seen how Bozeman community takes care of especially inclusive children, inclusive students. So it led me to make my next step, my next project. So In my country, according to official statistics, there are 31,000 students with disabilities. And my government just pay some allowance for them, and it's just enough to survive. So I want to help to these children in my country. Especially, I would like to start from my little community, from my town, where I have also wonderful place, library, little American corner. This place is welcoming everyone, and I hope my vision is to see those inclusive children in my community with other children, how they are playing, how they are learning something, and my plan to coming back, when I come back to my country, to write some project and look for some sponsors. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody, my name is Maria Jose Espinosa Castro. I am from Heredia, Costa Rica, that's the province, Heredia. I have a 12-year-old handsome boy who's going to start high school next year, so I'm excited about it. I work in a public high school that is located downtown my province. Actually, that school is the school I graduated from, so for me it's very awesome to be there. Even though my school has a lack of technology, there are no computers for my students, we don't have internet, so the only technological resource is my own computer. So I'm super excited to help my students in their own active learning. Then, it seems like most people in my country, they are not so, they don't show passion for reading. So, as you see there, in Gallatin High School, I realized that there's an average of 55 to 60 books that students check out a day. But in my school, there's an average of two or four books per day that students check out. So that, to me, it was a total shock. So I would love to get back to Costa Rica and start a reading club, only with English books, right? And even adapt an area in the library that is that one. It's what you see is my school's library. That's it. There are no more books than that. And probably I can have locals to support this idea, this project, and you know that dreams don't work unless you do.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Awa Tangara. I come from Mali. In Mali, I teach in a high school. Here is my high school. The name of my high school is Pidus. And here you can see a photo of my family with my little kids. As I came in the USA, I have been very awakened by the way you as teachers take care of the students. And it leads me to a vision. My vision is to help teenagers who stop studying because of early pregnancy or unwanted marriage. Education, especially girls' education, has always been a big issue for me. I want to help these girls who get pregnant very early. Most of the time, they are forced to stop their studies because they are ashamed to go to school. And most of the time, they come from poor families. Their families don't have enough resources to support them. Or in some cases, they are considered as a shame for their families. So those girls, they just stop for studying and stay home to help their mothers in the housework. Another fact in my community is unwanted marriage. Some ethnic groups in my community find a partner for their daughters early. And when they get pregnant, they stop studying. Or in some cases, their husband forces them to give up their studies to become housewives and mothers. And me as a woman and as a teacher, I think one of my roles is to help these girls to finish their studies, to get a good qualification, to be self-reliant, and to be autonomous in life. Thank you very much.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Solta from Mongolia. I have a big family with 3 children and a husband. Here is the picture of my town where I live. Also, you can see the school where I work. I have been working in educational field for 30 years. It says you my passions and passionate in educating kids. Our town is a little bit far from the capital city. If you go by car, it takes 9 to 10 hours. On the way, you can see the Gobi region of Mongolia, and also you can take some photos like me, photos of camels. Here I came with the project Reading Club. I would like to appreciate to Ohio Rotary Club for the donation of books. After receiving those books, I initiated to organize the reading club in our school because our students love learning English, also love reading. Unfortunately, in my town, there are many bars, but no public library. I want my students love reading and to be educated well, except going to the bars. That's why this graph shows us the growth of readers within 3 years, since 2018 to 2021. And the reading club also reading helps our students efficiently. Our students grade growth well, and some of students achieved a lot in English language related competitions and also contents. Here my goal is to serve 2,000 students within 2 years. Currently I pay for rent of small room out of pocket to make small library. Then read after school and on weekends hang out. I need some support books related to my student age and level and rent support, because reading is the fundamental base of learning. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, thank you for being here. My name is Gashpar Gomay. I come from Mozambique, which is a country in Africa, southern eastern part of Africa. I'm married and I have 2 beautiful children. I'm a teacher for about 11 years and I work in suburban schools. These 2 pictures represent my school. The first one is an idea you can get from inside the classroom, and the second one is from outside the classroom. Well, there is a big problem in my country. About only 65% of the total girls can access education. And yet, from all these girls, only half of them can finish their education. So this brings to some of the problems. You can see here, these are my school problems. We have high rates, students dropouts, mainly girls, which is about 25 to 30%. Then there is also girls absentees, precarious gender health care in school. Well, the vision I have is to create a vocational or extracurricular project in sewing for both girls and boys and focus in gender education. With this, we want to mainly produce pads to distribute for the disadvantaged girls in my school, but also produce uniform to give disadvantaged students in school, provide gender education within this club, also train the girls and boys in sewing so that they can have future profession, also link school and surrounding community, because the idea in this is to bring women from the community who will be teaching the girls in school. Well, I stand for girls' education because I believe that the girls are strong and they can do better world for tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Douglas Martin Cano Bucardo. I am from Nicaragua. Nicaragua is located in Central America, and this is one of the biggest countries in this region. This is my family, my wife, my 2 kids, and 11 and 9-year children. They both can speak English, which is something that makes me feel so proud of them because they will have big opportunities in the future. And then this is my hometown. It is called Jinotega. Jinotega is located in the north part of our country. That's me teaching in the classroom because I like to teach and I like to use technology in the classroom because it provides that students connect themselves with English and it is active. Also, I try to take advantage of the dynamic of technology or gamification, which is something interesting, but also I use other activities, maybe games like this, in this example, but we have a problem in our high school which is that our students, when they finish high school, they are not able of speaking English in our country, because they just study 2 days during the week, and sometimes they affect us for teaching, and that's our problem. What I would like to do is to create a learning center with technology maybe or resources for teaching them better and having them involved in the process and explaining them the importance of English because it opens doors for finding more opportunity for work. Also, I will explain the reasons, maybe more than 10 reasons for learning English, and then they will be able of getting better opportunities. And I would like also to involve my kids in teaching because it could be nice for them to practice their English, and I would like to count with the resources, and I would like to do it. Thank you very much.
Good evening, respected guests and dear colleagues. I am Muyassar Azizulayev from Khorog, Tajikistan, an environmentally friendly country in Central Asia. I was born in a family of teachers, and I have family, so I am a father of my 1 son. So, the problem that I would like to address in my today's presentation is the motivation to reading and writing in English among public secondary school students. So, as I have observed, in public secondary schools, the textbooks that are used by teachers are focused on grammar, and there are exercises related to grammar as well. So, students find reading and writing very boring and challenging. And no additional lessons or circles are conducted by the teachers in public secondary schools. So a project that I'm very passionate to implement is organizing reading and writing club in 3 public secondary schools now and in the future across Tajikistan. So in order to do this, I need to facilitate the public secondary school teachers with short-term and long-term trainings. So another thing which I would like to do is to facilitate the public secondary school teachers with needed resources and reliable and technological equipment. To do this, I hope that public secondary school teachers will be able to encourage students into the learning environment, specifically reading and writing activities. Thank you very much. It was a very honorable moment for me to be with you today.
Sawadika, greeting from Thailand, the land of smile. My name is Jirada Lamsi. I come from a small town in the northeast of Thailand. I am an English teacher for 20 years in that school. My family, my husband is an engineer and I have one son. He studies in math and science project in that school. In my free time, I like to do yoga and bake a bakery. I have an English teacher in the past time to be my inspiration to be the teacher. So now I am a teacher and I have an opportunity to participate in T program and study in Montana State University and experience in Bozeman High School. So I want to be one of the jigsaw of learning to my school. When I come back to Thailand, I want to improve my student for English for communication. Why I want to do this? I think that this question come up to your mind too. Because 20 years of teaching English, my students cannot communicate in English. That's why I want to improve them. First, I want to integrate everything from here to my lesson to focus on active learning. Maybe you have an interaction of other people, and I will use the game and technology in my classroom. So next, I want to create about special activities, for example, clubs, open house, or about the exhibition that they will have a more chance to present about their communication. And the last thing is I want to do like a seminar for my colleagues that we can help the whole student in my school and also in the local area. So I hope that I will get a good opportunity from the Rotarians to support us from the material or the volunteers or like a virtual community. And I think that I believe you will be one of the jigsaw to help my school in the future. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Satsarak Watana. I am from Thailand. I got married with the most handsome policeman. And I have two children, as you can see on the slide. One boy and one girl, and they are 18 and 4 years old. I worked as an English teacher in secondary school for many years, about 18 years. And I have many duties in my school. And most of my students are in age of 16 and 14. And I have the extra duties as the head of World Class Standard School project. And I am a deputy chief of the foreign department in my school. As I teach English, I think about the project which I can help my students to practice or to improve their English skill. And I want to help my community to practice their English as well. So I had an idea for the last year, around in March 2020. I think about the English camp for just one-day camp for the student in primary school, because most of them are lack of the opportunity to study English. Most of them do not have any foreigner teacher, or some of school do not have the English teacher or Thai teacher who can teach English. So that's why I think about the camp to help my community. And I plan that I want to have the English camp for every year. Last year I have already 60 participating for participants for the two school, the small school in my home city. And next year, after the pandemic, I think I want to have the maybe more than 100 participants or everyone who want to improve their English. And I want to do it. And my students, they want to help me as well. Thank you so much.
Good evening, dear guests. I'm Shahzoda Holdarova from Uzbekistan, which is located in Central Asia. I have been working as a teacher for about 15 years in secondary schools and also in specialized boarding schools. I have a family, and I have these 3 cute boys on the screen which you see are my sons. I really like them. And this slide is about my project which I want to implement in my school. When I was in a field of experience at school, exactly in Bozeman High School, one thing really surprised me. I noticed a box which are full of chocolates at the end of classroom, in each classroom, which cost $1 each. And even if they have their own canteen and store, all students always buy these chocolates and put money instead of it. This small fundraising activity was organized by teachers to support small minorities like Indian children. I really liked this activity, and when I returned to my home country, I suggest to organize such kind of fundraising activity to solve my school's problems with the help of my students and with the help of my community. And because due to lack of technology, each teacher in my school conduct their lessons without it. And I hope maybe in the future we can find real kind philanthropists which settle with the school problems. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. I'm from Central Asia, Uzbekistan, very sunny and peaceful country. As other colleagues, I dedicated my full life to teaching, and I love teaching. I work at Laishu in my Fergana city. As a teacher, I'm not responsible for only teaching English or teaching some subject. As a teacher, I'm responsible for my students' future life and their future education. And I prepare my students to higher institutions and universities. And in my home country, there is some little bit problem with among girls getting early age. At my lifetime, I opened the club for young and for girls. This club is support girls for future education. And even we in our country, very famous like WhatsApp and Telegram. Telegram is very famous in social media, and the youngsters really love this. That's why in this Telegram group, I opened some social group for only the girls who need support or who needs advice. And this time I always support and I struggle with early age. These girls, my students, they have the problems with early age, and they are forcing from parents to getting married. And I struggled with them, and even I went to their house and I spoke with their parents, and now they are all my students study all over the world, even Korea, Russia, America. And I'm proud of you, as a teacher, as my colleagues. Thank you, everyone.
Should we do a huge round of applause for our amazing teachers? And we extend our great. Thanks to IREX for this program and the U.S. State Department. And I want to make sure that you have time to talk to one another and learn more. And again, thank you to the Rotary Club for all the great service you do in our community.